the latissimus dorsi and the back muscle group are two different things. The back muscle group includes the latissimus dorsi, as well as the erector spinae, upper, middle, and lower trapezius, rhomboid major and minor, levator scapulae, teres minor, and teres major. Our main focus is on which exercise is more effective for training the latissimus dorsi, not the entire back muscle group. Many bodybuilding experts and professional bodybuilders believe that rowing movements, such as seated rows, barbell rows, or one-arm dumbbell rows, are the top exercises for training the latissimus dorsi. The reason is that rowing movements allow you to use heavier weights. If you want to specifically target a certain muscle, you first need to understand the function of that muscle. Then, you need to consider the direction and magnitude of resistance during the exercise, as well as the orientation of the muscle fibers and the type of muscle involved. Based on this principle, let's take another look at the latissimus dorsi. The higher up you go, the more horizontal the orientation of its muscle fibers becomes. The lower you go, closer to the thoracolumbar fascia, the more the fibers run diagonally inward and downward, and the pivot point of the lower fibers is located above them. The origin of the muscle, the direction of the muscle fibers, and the direction of the line of pull all determine the function of that muscle. So when the lower end of the latissimus dorsi is fixed and both sides contract simultaneously, it can extend the shoulder, adduct the shoulder, internally rotate the shoulder, and extend the spine. The latest anatomical findings show that in more than half, and even close to 80% of people, the latissimus dorsi has a pivot point on the scapula. This allows it to depress, adduct, and downwardly rotate the scapula. Now let's take another look at the seated row. When performing the seated row and extending your arms forward, since the angle of shoulder flexion does not exceed 90 degrees, even if your thoracic spine is slightly rounded and you push your entire back forward, at this point, you are only stretching the muscle fibers of the latissimus dorsi at the horizontal level, in other words, mainly the upper portion of the muscle fibers. As for the lower part, since that section runs diagonally inward and downward, you can't stretch it out unless your arms are positioned above. Only then can you stretch those muscle fibers. So when you do seated rows or shoulder extension movements, in reality, it's the upper part of the latissimus dorsi that bears more of the load.